Dear friends, I want to tell you something amazing, something about the grace of God. The reason I spoke to Stanley was because my daughter was associating bad friends and was going astray. So if I explain it in detail, it was partying and drinking, getting drunk, and one day she got drunk and she was admitted to the emergency. I didn't know. When we made inquiries through the police, we found that she was admitted to hospital. So that particular day also, it was a shock for me. And I was crying and I was like almost collapsing when I saw her on the hospital bed. Once before also it did happen at a party. The friends, due to peer pressure, had made her drink and she was drunk. So I had to go with my husband and pick her. It was really embarrassing, devastating, irritating, everything. So when the second time the same thing happened and she was in hospital, one of my very good family friends introduced me to Stanley. After having a chat with Stanley, I can remember on the first day that I spoke to Stanley, I broke down and I cried. I cried my heart out and I told Stanley my situation. The one thing Stanley told me was not to worry, to have faith in God. And he taught me how to be bold and courageous, to go through all this at a very difficult time by having faith in God. He taught me how to pray and what to say in order for my child to be safe. And I'm doing this every single day because my daughter has a terrible bunch of friends who even tried to put her, signed up her into a pornographic site. So when I got to know all these things, I was really broken down. So after I spoke to Stanley, he taught me how to pray and what to say in order for my child to be safe. I'm doing this every single day. And today, I have the strength to do my job. But at the time I met Stanley, I was devastated and in tears. I could not concentrate on my work because, it was such a huge problem that I had because this child was an innocent child and she got caught to these friends and they were, making her a totally different person. So Stanley explained to me how these spirits could take over children and how they could be led to all these bad things. So once I started following his program and started praying, I feel a big difference in my daughter. I could not concentrate on my work because I had so much of, worries on me. But now I have become very bold. My daughter too realizes this, I guess, and must be wondering what the change is. So I encourage all of you who have teenage children to please go through Stanley's program because these could be experienced by any one of us. However much we bring up our children like flowers or like balls of cotton or like our two eyes, with so much of proper guidance and, with our cultural background, but still, these things could happen. And one thing I realized was after coming to Stanley and following his program, I feel the success and the inner peace. So I encourage all of you to please follow his program if any of these things are bothering you and to find that inner peace that I am experiencing right now. Thank you and God bless.